and welcome. It's Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Today we're going to flow through a full yoga class, starting with a stretching exercises, breathing exercises, as well as a water break midway through practice. All right, so today we'll have our mat situated in a horizontal alignment. Oh, let me see. Yeah, we'll have the mat in a horizontal alignment. And I'll meet you on your mat. Just going to guide this a little closer. I think I can get this a little closer. I think that'll be perfect. Add a little more light into the room. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is a live yoga class. So as others join, I'll just add them into class. All right, so we're going to begin by stretching, lifting the heart up. That's lengthening the spine, and we're going to guide the arms out, and the breath will allow the arms to flow overhead. On the exhale, let's release the arms forward to shoulder level. We're flexing the fingers upward, and we're pressing the heel of the hand away from the body. The next breath allows the fingertips to flow down, and then inhale, fingertips rise. So at your own pace, just lower fingertips down, and on the inhale, lift the fingertips up. Allow your hands to circle outward, wiggle those fingers, and then allow the hands to circle inward. Awesome flow. Next breath allows the hands to be still. We're going to extend the arms out, and we'll release the arms all the way down. I'm just going to add another person into class. So just keep guiding the arms overhead as I add the person into class, and breathe. Awesome flow. So we're guiding the arms overhead, filling the lungs. On the exhale, releasing the arms all the way down. Breathe deep. Awesome flow. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make class. We're stretching the arms overhead. We're breathing deep. Good. And releasing the arms all the way down. Now we're going to focus on shoulders. Once the fingers are down, we lift the shoulders, and then exhale, release. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, release. Now we're going to guide the left shoulder to rise, circle it forward, twist the body to the right. Right shoulder rises, and then we twist. All right, so now we're incorporating a spinal twist and the shoulder rotation as we're breathing deep. Awesome flow. Now let's go in reverse, starting with the right arm. Right arm rising, flowing back. We still twist. Left arm, and see how high you can guide the left shoulder up. Really just encourage that shoulder to sweep across the earlobe. Excellent flow. Let the body return back to the neutral spine position. And now place your hands on waist. We're going to focus on the right knee bending. On the inhale, lift the right knee, pull your belly in. So lift that knee and then release back down. Excellent flow. Left knee bends. On the inhale, lift your heart, lift that bending knee, pull your belly in. On the exhale, release the foot all the way down. Good control. We're going to do it again. Right side, right knee bending. When you're ready, the knee rises as we lift the chest and guide the navel inward. Excellent flow. On the exhale, we'll release the foot back down, and then we'll guide the opposite knee to bend as we inhale. We're going at our own pace. We're allowing the knee to rise, engaging the hips, and on the exhale, that's when we release the foot all the way down. Now we're going to step the left foot out. Step the left foot out, step the right foot out, bend both knees. Keep your heart lifted. Good. Inhale, rise up, straightening knees. Exhale, release to bending. Now let's pulse. Lower, breathing, lower, breathing, lower. Very good. On the inhale, let's begin to rise up. Breathe, lift your heart, begin to straighten your knees. We're going to guide both feet to flow forward and all 10 toes face the front of the room. We'll extend the arms out. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, we're going to dive forward. Lead with the heart flowing forward. Allow the arms to release all the way down. And either your fingertips will hover or you can place your full palm on your mat. Keep your eyes open for focus and concentration. And let's just make a circle with the hips. Circle your hips to the left. And keep the legs straight as you circle your hips to the left. Get your spine involved in the movement and then circle the hips to the right. Good. Excellent flow. From here, allow the body to be still and we're going to heel toe our feet inward. Keep your legs straight. However, if you feel pain or discomfort, soften your knees with a slight bend. So you either have your legs straight or you have your knees slightly bending and we have all the weight of our body in our heels. Chin flowing towards the collarbone. We have a nice hollow belly. And on the exhale, we're just encouraging the heart to flow closer and closer towards our thighs. Awesome flow. We're in a forward fold, stretching out the muscles in the legs. And the next breath, we all begin to soften the knees. Let the knees flow to bending. And then with the knees bending, keep your heels on your mat. On the inhale, yes, let's rise up. Let's press that navel inward. Let the palms face the front of the room. The arms begin to extend and the heart just keeps rising up. Receive length in the spine as the fingertips flow towards the sky. And then we'll rotate the arms in, guide them closer, fingertips touch, and release the elbows to bend. Let your palms connect. Keep lifting your heart up. Keep guiding your navel inward. And you'll rest your thumb on your sternum and release the shoulders. Relax the low jaw as well. Let's all take a cleansing breath. We're going to gaze downward on our exhale. So we're going to look down towards the tip of the nose. And this will be our time to reflect on the way the breath is flowing. And if we choose, we can set an intention or dedication for our practice, or we can simply connect with our own heart energy as we breathe. Awesome flow. Let's begin to blink the eyes open a little wider. We are now prepared to start our yoga flow for today. And today we are going to start in a triangle pose. So let's take a breath and step the feet outward. The further you step your feet out, the deeper you go into the posture. So if you're more beginner level, just separate your feet a little more than hip width. But if you want to go deeper, extend your feet as much as you can. Just make sure your heels make an imaginary line. Now we're all keeping our legs straight. We're going to guide the left toes to point away from the body. Keep the legs straight as well. And then inhale, lift the arms up. You're actively pressing palms together as the hands flow upward. On the exhale, we release the arms, keeping the elbows nice and straight, fingers straight, and the arms will flow to shoulder level with our palms facing downward. Now we'll focus on the left hand. The breath guides the left hand to reach past the left toes. We're actually trying to touch that wall in front of the fingers. When you can no longer reach, that's when you allow the left arm to lower towards the left leg. The right arm rises. The left arm will be in front of the left leg, and we'll encourage our shoulders to be in a stacked position. Elbows are flowing to straight, fingers are straight, and this is called a triangle pose. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath, and we're going to guide that left knee to bend. Place the palm in front of the left heel. Awesome flow. From here, if you want to go a little deeper, allow the right arm to release downward. And as the arm lowers, that right elbow will bend. The palm faces away from the body. And we're lifting our heart up. So we're in a nice deep lunge, opening hips and also strengthening ligaments in the shoulders. From here, we we can take a breath, and on the exhale, we'll guide the right arm to flow all the way back up. Awesome flow. From here, if we want to go a little deeper in this posture, let's guide the right toes to point upward and guide that left hip down. So we're flowing, so the toes point up, and you're using your left palm as a prop to regulate weight, or if you want, you can just lift the hand and allow your hand to flow to heart center. So we're receiving openness in the hips. We're noticing the flow of the breath, and we're also strengthening our leg muscles. So many benefits in this posture. The next breath allows us, if we're holding the palms, to release, and we're going to place our palms on the mat. Now, shift the weight of the body forward and press your palms into the mat. Begin to straighten that left knee. You're going to begin to rise up. The right toes flow towards the mat. You're guiding that left knee to straighten. Once the leg is straight, walk your hands center. All 10 toes will point towards the front of the room. Chin flows towards the collarbone. The eyes are open for focus and concentration, and we're in a wide-legged forward fold. Now, let's take a deep breath. As we exhale, if you want to go deeper, you can bend your elbows. See how that feels. If it's too intense, then don't do it. But otherwise, if you want more, bend the elbows. You can encourage your elbows to flow towards the mat. Chin is flowing towards the collarbone. Eyes open and alert. And now we're in a wide-legged forward fold with elbows on the mat. Right? And this is a gateway pose to our headstand and handstand, an inverted posture, head below the hips. Let's all take a deep breath, and we're going to focus on the palms. The breath guides the palms to press into the mat. We begin to lift the elbows up, flowing back to a wide-legged forward fold with the arms straight. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the heart up. Guide the navel inward as you lift your heart up. Your palms face forward. See how much air you can guide into your lungs. Elbows are straight. We're nice and fluid, guiding our fingertips all the way up towards the sky. From here, now, the right foot flows away from the body. Both legs are straight. Take a breath. On the exhale, we're going to release the arms down slowly. We want to have a controlled flow. Elbows straight, fingers straight, allowing the arms to release to shoulder level. We're turning our head towards the right, actively gazing past the right middle finger. The next breath allows us to reach that right hand past the right toes. We're trying to touch the wall in front of us. Breathe, breathe, and reach. When you can no longer reach, allow the right arm to lower, left arm rises. Go at your own pace. Guide that right arm in front of the right leg. We're encouraging our shoulders to be stacked, encouraging elbows to squeeze straight, fingers straight. And we're reconnected with our triangle pose, which is a balancing posture, an inverted posture. So many benefits in this triangle pose. From here, we'll take a breath. On the exhale, we're going to guide that right knee to bend, placing your right palm in front of the right heel. Yes. Allow the left toes to flow upward, and now the left arm lowers. We're going to allow the elbow to bend. Awesome flow. And we have the left toes pointing up towards the sky. We could stay here if we want more. We take a breath. Guide the left arm to flow forward. And place your thumb on your sternum. If you want more, you can guide the opposite arm to just flow so that both palms touch. Thumbs resting on sternum, allowing us to receive openness in the hips. full, and it's okay if you have your hands on the mat, that's fine, because we want to be able to just have the facial muscles relaxed and softened. Let's all release the palms and place our hands on the mat, and we're going to shift the weight of the body forward. Shift forward and begin to press the elbows to straighten. We're about to rise up, straightening the right leg. The right leg flows to straighten, and all 10 toes flow towards the front of the room. We're back in a wide-legged forward fold. Awesome flow. Actively pressing our heart to the wall behind us. Chin flows towards the collarbone. Tailbone rising up. So lift those glute muscles up. Notice how all your weight is grounding in your heels. The eyes remain open for focus and concentration. Awesome flow. Let's focus on our heels. We're going to press the palms into the mat and begin to guide the heels inward, the toes inward. Heels in, toes inward. Keep heel toeing until ultimately your thighs touch. And when your thighs touch, take a breath and begin to lift your toes up. Lift all 10 toes up. Guide all your weight into your heels. Take another full breath. And as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees. Release your toes onto your mat. Keep your weight in your heels. And then extend the arms out. Palms face down. Arms straight. And then guide your navel inward as you release your chest towards your thighs. If able, just rest your chest on your thighs. Begin to wrap the arms around your thighs. Give your thighs a loving hug. If you want, you're either embracing your thighs or you're embracing the upper arms, whatever feels best for you. And the chin flows towards the collarbone. And we have the eyes open for focus and concentration. The breath is fluid and the breath is full. Notice your heart rhythm. On the next breath, we fill our lungs. And as we exhale, release your hands. Guide the arms to lower towards the mat, and the breath allows us to flow upward slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We're guiding our navel inward, keeping our chin towards our collarbone. Palms face forward. Breathe. Lift your heart. Extend the arms out. What a fluid flow. Guides the fingertips all the way towards the sky. On the exhale, let's relax our shoulders. We're now in a mountain pose. We have our fingers straight, palms facing forward, a nice hollow belly, legs straight, and all the weight of our body is rooted. So we are rooted, we are grounded through the heels into our mat, allowing our breath to center our body. Find peace within this pose and breathe deeply. The next breath allows the arms to flow inward and flow closer. Palms touch. And then we're going to clasp our hands. Keep the pointer finger straight, all other fingers bending. Let's reach up for the sky. Breathe, reach. Try to get your fingertips to touch the sky. Your shoulders rise up towards your ears. Your belly hollows, so you're guiding your navel inward. And when you're ready to exhale, slowly fold to the right. You'll press your hands away from the body flows to the right. Keep your heart lifted. Look up towards the sky. Awesome flow. What a wonderful way to invite flexibility into the spine, the shoulders, and as we're squeezing those kneecaps, we're also toning leg muscles. The next breath allows us to rise up. Let's breathe, flow upward. Return back to the neutral spine position. And then once we connect with neutral spine, we take an inhale, reach the hands up. Fingertips flow towards the sky, shoulders rise. Nice hollow belly. When we're ready to exhale, that's when we'll release now, opposite direction. Keep pressing your hands away from your body. Keep your heart lifted. Gaze up, keep squeezing those kneecaps. Keep guiding the navel inward. What a wonderful way to care for our bodies in this side fold. From here, we're connecting with the rise and fall of our chest. And on the inhale, we're going to flow up slowly back to the neutral spine position. And then straighten fingers, let the palms release, and then begin to bend the knees as we lower the arms, guiding the navel inward. We're about to flow to a chair pose. From fingertips to shoulders, we connect with a diagonal line alignment for the arms. And we have the tailbone flowing directly back. I'll turn sideways so you can see the side view. Right, so you see how the tailbone just flows back? Palms face in and we squeeze those elbows. And this is how we engage our core. The next breath guides the arms to flow closer, palms touch, elbows bend. We'll place our thumbs on our sternum and relax our shoulders. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. On the exhale, slowly rotate the body towards the right upper body. So the right shoulder flows towards the sky, left shoulder flows towards the mat, and we're encouraging the shoulders to be stacked as the palms press together and the knees remain bended. This is called the twisted chair posture. So this is a wonderful way to invite flexibility into the knees, the hips, the shoulders, and even the elbows, all at the same time because we're pressing palms together. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath, release the hands, guide the right fingertips up towards the sky, left fingertips flow towards the mat. We maintain the hollowness in the belly as we keep bending deep in the knees. What a wonderful way to strengthen our bodies. From here, we'll take another deep breath. On the exhale, guide the elbows to soften to bending, and we're going to allow the palms to touch. Resting the thumbs on the sternum, allowing breath to connect with heart rhythm. Let's take another cleansing breath. On the exhale, we're going to begin to untwist the spine. Return back to neutral, and then begin to press the palms together. We're going to rise up one vertebrae at a time. Fingertips flow towards the sky. Release the palms. We'll all meet up in our mountain pose with relaxed shoulders, our weight grounding in our heels, connecting with the rise and fall of our chest in this mountain pose. Next breath guides the arms to rotate in. Remember, go at your own pace. Let your breath be fluid as you guide your fingertips to touch. And then we'll bend the knees, release the arms down. Think about sitting in a chair, tailbone flows behind. Release the fingertips. So from fingertips to shoulders, we create that diagonal line. Awesome flow. From here, we are in a chair pose. We're engaging our core muscle group as we tone our legs. The next breath guides the arms to flow closer, palms touch, elbows bend, breathe deep. Allow your thumbs to rest on your sternum as you relax your shoulders. Keep your facial muscles relaxed. Let's take another full breath. On the exhale, left shoulder begins to rotate towards the sky. Rotate your upper body towards the left. So the right shoulder flows towards the mat, left shoulder is flowing up towards the sky, and the thumbs maintain a connection with the sternum. We're in a twisted chair posture. We're bending deeply, we have our heels on the mat, and we're actively guiding the navel inward. All right, so we know a flexible spine is a healthy spine. What a wonderful way to engage the body. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to release the palms, guide the left fingertips to flow upward, right fingertips float towards the mat. Elbows are straight as possible. Just remember, don't strain. Listen to your body. Be kind to your body in this twisted chair posture. Let's breathe so deep we can feel it behind our heart. Breathe deep, and on the exhale, allow the elbows to begin to soften. We're going to bend the elbows and let the palms touch. Don't rush. When you're ready, palms touching, begin to untwist the spine. Returning back to the neutral spine position, and then we'll begin to rise up slowly. We begin to straighten the knees. We're lifting our hearts up. Keep pressing the palms together. This engages pectoral muscles. Lift the heart and allow the hands to flow all the way overhead. Lift the heart, lift the heart. Receive length in the spine and palms face forward with relaxed shoulders. We are in a mountain pose. The next breath fills the lungs. On the exhale, release the arms as slowly as you can. All right, so we have control, we have focus, and we have purpose. As the arms lower, the heart lifts, and the belly is nice and hollow. Awesome flow. All right, so now we're approximately 30 minutes into class. This is a great time for our water break, so go ahead and get your water, and I'll do the same. I'll be right back. Okay. So we know it's so important to hydrate. Okay, so on the water break, let me see what we have here. I'm late, but enjoying listening to you. Okay, great. So as you listen, you can flow through, at least maybe doing the upper body part. If you're not doing everything, at least you can flow through the arm portion. I encourage you to participate as best as you can. And this is also a great time for those joining for the first time. Just as another introduction, my name is Candace. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. All of that is a great support for the channel, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. So let's all hydrate, and then we'll resume with class shortly. Also, I'd check and see if there are any other comments. Let's see. I don't want to squint. Oh, okay, great, great. All right, good stuff. Alrighty. When we resume class, we are going to resume in a seated alignment. Let's see. Yes, we'll be sitting. All right, and we want to focus on the alignment of the spine. Right? Welcome back, welcome back. So we're going to resume sitting with the legs extended forward. We're going to place our hands back. Our fingertips point in the same direction as the glute. So this is what it looks like from the side. So we have the fingertips not touching the body, elbows straight, and the heart lifted. All right, this is the staff pose. That's how that goes. All right. So the benefits of the staff pose are that we are toning leg muscles because we're squeezing the kneecaps, and we're flexing the feet towards the body, pressing the ball of the foot away from the body. So we're getting many benefits in the tendons and ligaments in the feet and toes. We're toning legs with the heart lifted. We're improving our posture, and we're mindful to hollow the belly when we exhale so we can engage the abdominal wall, strengthen our pelvic floor, and we're just actively guiding the crown of the head upward with a relaxed low jaw. So make sure your teeth are not touching. So make sure that the upper jaw is not touching the lower jaw, okay? So you want your tongue just resting in low jaw, facial muscles relaxed and softened. Awesome flow. Next breath, we'll slide the palms forward and allow the arms to float all the way overhead. Fingertips rise towards the sky. On the exhale, lift the heart a little more. Lift, try to get your fingertips to reach the sky. Your shoulders will lift up towards your ears. Let your shoulders rise. And on the exhale, guide your heart forward. Release the heart forward, keeping the legs straight. And as the heart flows forward, the arms lower at the same time. We're actively squeezing those kneecaps, actively flexing the feet, and we're not straining. We're just releasing. We're allowing the body to soften. We're relaxing the body, guiding the chin towards the collarbone, moving as slowly as possible. In yoga, it's best to move slowly. Always let your breath guide your movement. So always breathe first, and then on the exhale, release and soften. All right, so find peace within the pose in this forward fold. The next breath will guide us to rise up. We're going to focus on the heart. So focus on your heart lifting. Keep flexing those feet. The arms will rise up. Keep pressing that navel inward. Awesome flow. Ultimately, the fingertips will rise up towards the sky and we lift the heart. Lift that heart. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Your palms are facing each other. Our feet are still flexing. Now we'll take a cleansing breath. On the exhale, palms face forward. Lift the heart up. See how slowly you can lower the arms all the way down. Fingertips connect with the mat. And we're going to guide the knees to bend. Awesome flow. So we have our knees bending. With the knees bending, let's turn our body towards the left. Position yourself so that you can, we're going to do some rock backs, all right? So position yourself so you can flow back and still be on your mat. So you might have to come a little more to the top of your mat. Now, we'll use the arms to embrace the thighs. Give the thighs a loving hug. Walk the feet closer to the body. Lift your feet up. All right? The next breath, we'll cross the ankles. All right. So we have the ankles crossing and the feet lifted just like that. Now, we'll take a breath and we're going to extend the left arm, extend the right arm. If this is a little too intense, just have your hands behind you, okay? So this is how we activate the core, strengthen pelvic floor. Now we'll take another breath and we're going to lift the knees closer to the chest, and on the exhale, just let the low back release onto the mat. All right, so just one vertebrae at a time flows onto the mat. Shoulder blades flow onto the mat. Base of the skull flows onto the mat. And now guide your knees towards your chest. Knees flow to the chest, and then press the feet away from the body, over the head. Awesome flow. Next breath, bend the knees, back to the chest. Begin to lift the heart up, press the feet away from the body, and lift the heart up. Cross your ankles. We'll resume in easy pose. All right, so easy pose is the cross-legged position like this. So that's how we'll resume. All right, so let's do that again. right? This is a really fun flow. Inhale, knees rise up towards the chest, the feet lift off of the floor, the arms are at a diagonal, or you can have your hands behind you for support. I'll demonstrate hands on the floor this time. Next breath, the knees float to the chest and we're slowly releasing the spine, one vertebrae. Let's all lay back slowly. Guide your navel in, releasing onto the mat, shoulder blades connect, and then knees float to the chest. Extend your feet overhead. Excellent. Next breath, knees return to bend. Go at your own pace. Begin to lift your heart up as the knees bend and press the feet away from the body as you lift your heart up. You can grab your ankles and guide the feet to return back to cross-legged. Lift the heart up to lengthen the spine. Awesome flow. Now next one I'm going to do faster, but go at your own pace. Do what feels right for your body, okay? So we're going to inhale, lift the knees up. When you're ready, exhale, release. One vertebrae at a time onto the mat, extending feet overhead, back to knees, and rising back up. Awesome flow. When you're ready, lift your heart up. Good flow. Let's do it again. Inhale, knees to chest. One vertebrae at a time. Feet overhead, knees to chest. Lift the heart, rise back up. Lift the heart, breathe. Notice heart rhythm. All right, what we're gonna do this time is when we roll back, we're gonna keep our feet overhead, okay? So we're going to stay in the feet overhead position. So I'll demonstrate. Let me do a demonstration. So the knees rise up, we flow back, we'll extend the feet overhead, and then they stay there. So just place your hands on your mat and we'll meet up in that position. All right, so let's do that together. All right, so when you're ready, lift your heart up. Go at your own pace, breathe. Knees float toward the chest, feet are off of the mat, knees towards the chest, uncross your ankles as the feet are overhead. Have your hands on your mat, the arms are straight. All right, so this is legs overhead. Stay here. I'm just going to position myself a little more in the alignment of the camera. Okay, great. So look up towards your thighs so your neck can be neutral. The arms are parallel, palms face down. Legs are straight as possible, so you want to squeeze those knees straight, and you have your tippy toes on the mat. So this is an inverted yoga posture, and inverted yoga postures bring benefits to the nervous and circulatory system. At any time, if this becomes uncomfortable, just come out of the posture. If you want a little more, let's bend the elbows. Place your palms on your low back near your glutes and support your low back. From here, we'll take a breath. Let's begin to bend the knees, guide the knees to either side of the head. Awesome flow. A very good way to open the hips up and breathe. Also engaging nervous and circulatory system. Next breath guides the knees to return to straighten. So the knees lift up off of the mat. And now the next breath, if we want a little more, we can lift the feet up. See how it feels. If that's too intense, don't do it. But if you can, lift your feet up. Let your knees splay outward, soles of the feet touch. So we have the soles of the feet touching. Awesome flow. If you want a little more, you can extend the legs out. So now we're in the wide-legged posture, engaging the hip flexors, and we're still inverted. Next breath, return the knees back to bending and let the toes touch. Next breath, guide the legs to close so your thighs touch. Awesome flow. If you'd like a little more, straighten the left leg, guide your left toes up towards the sky. Next breath, opposite leg flows to straighten, and the hands are just supporting the low back. Awesome flow. What a wonderful way to care for the body. Squeeze those glutes and notice your own heart rhythm. This is a shoulder stand. So good for the body. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to guide the knees to bend, feet lower towards the glutes. And now, let your hands slide towards your side, cross your ankles, and you're going to release the upper vertebrae by your shoulders, so the shoulder blades, so those vertebrae will release onto the mat, nice and slow. Rise up to easy pose, lift the heart, and then we're back in easy pose, lifting the heart. Awesome flow. Next breath, let's face the front of the room. We're going to turn our body on the right side. We have the right arm bending. So we have the right arm bending, our legs are straight, and the weight of the body is supported in the right arm, so we're strengthening the joints in the shoulder and elbows. Very good for the body. From here, we'll take a breath, rotate the chest towards the mat. So now we have both arms bending at the elbow, palms facing down, and we're at that Sphinx position. So the inner arms are touching the chest wall. The legs are straight and we have our toenails on the mat. We're actively pressing the chest forward. Gaze down towards the tip of the nose. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath. We're going to focus on our palms. We're going to press the palms into the mat and rise up to all fours. Breathe. Press your palms into the mat. Guide your knees closer towards your chest. Straighten the elbows and rise up to all fours. This will be a good time for our cat-cow flow. So be sure to make sure that your wrists are below your shoulders. Check the alignment. Knees below hips. All right, so we have the knees below the hips. We're gazing at the space between our thumbs, so the neck is neutral. On the inhale, let your belly flow towards your mat, and you're going to gaze up towards the sky. Your nose points towards the sky, your tailbone flowing towards the sky. When you're ready to exhale, that's when you'll guide your navel inward. Let the navel flow inward. The tailbone flows downward, your chin flows towards the collarbone, and let your shoulder blades flatten across the upper back. Inhale, belly flows towards the mat. So now we just go slowly so we can get a full articulation in the spine as we flow from the cat-cow position. The breath is nice and fluid. The breath is connecting with our heart rhythm as we transfer the body between cat pose and cow. Notice the fullness in the breath. Let's do two more, and after the second one, we'll meet up in the flat back, neutral spine position. Whew. All right, so now that we're in the flat back, neutral spine position, we'll take a breath, and we're going to slide the right knee between the space that we've created between our thumbs. So slide the right knee forward, And then just guide your glutes onto the mat as you rotate your upper body towards the front of the room. Crossing legs, connecting with easy pose. Relaxing arms on legs with a lifted heart. The breath allows the arms to extend outward and flow all the way overhead. Remember, lift your heart up as your fingertips flow towards the sky. On the exhale, we'll rotate the arms in and guide them closer. Let the fingertips touch. Breathe. On the exhale, soften the elbows. Guide the elbows to flow to bending. The palms begin to touch. The heart remains lifted. The belly remains hollow, so we're actively engaging that lower abdominal wall. Activate pelvic floor. Release your thumbs onto sternum and relax shoulders. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath. We're going to lift the knees up. Uncross the legs. Release your palms and guide your knees to flow to the left. Legs remain stacked. We'll use the right hand to capture the right ankle, lifting the foot, guiding the heel back towards the glute. Really open that hip up. Awesome flow. Use the other hand to adjust as necessary. Now we're going to focus on the right leg. We're going to take a breath. We're going to lift that right glute off of the mat. So lift your glute muscle up and then release. Back down to the mat. Inhale, lift that glute muscle up and then exhale, release. Awesome flow. Once more, inhale, lift, and then we're going to straighten the right leg. Straighten the leg. I'm going to move so you can see. So the leg straightens. We squeeze the kneecap, and we have the glute lifted off of the mat. Awesome flow. From here, we'll guide that right knee to return back to bending. Release your glute muscle back onto your mat. All right, so let's do that again. Inhale, lift the glute, straighten the right leg. You're pointing the toes, you're squeezing the kneecap straight, and your glute is off of the mat. So this is a gateway pose to our splits. Awesome flow. Next breath, we guide that straight leg to return back to bending. Both knees flow up towards the sky. Breathe. And the next breath guides the knees now to fall towards the right. Legs are stacked. We'll use the left hand to capture the left ankle. Breathe, lift the foot, and guide your heel towards your glute. Adjust the front leg accordingly. We're going to focus on the left leg. We'll squeeze that left glute, lift the glute up, and release. Another breath, inhale, lift, and squeeze, and release. Nice flow. Once more, lift, squeeze, breathe. And last time, lifting. And this time, we'll straighten the left leg. So we'll straighten the left leg. We're pointing the left toes, and we have the left glute off of the mat and actively squeezing. Awesome flow. Let's all take a cleansing breath. And as we exhale, we're going to guide the straight leg to return back to bending. The glute returns back onto the mat. Inhale, lift the glute. Guide the left leg to straighten. Begin to squeeze that glute muscle. Keep the heart lifted. Connect with heart rhythm. Let's all take another full breath. On the exhale, we're going to guide the straight leg to return back to bending. Return the glute back onto the mat. Allow the knees to rise up. And now, let's face the right. Let's flow to the top of the mat. We're getting ready to lie down, so make sure you have space to lie down. Guide the arms at a diagonal. Inhale, lift the knees. If you need support, you can have your hands back. Otherwise, take another cleansing breath. On the exhale, very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to release. We're guiding our navel on towards the spinal cord. And we're releasing one vertebrae at a time onto the mat. Shoulder blades connect with the mat, base of the skull connects with the mat, and then lower your feet so that the soles of the feet lower as the arms lower at the same time. Releasing soles of the feet and the arms onto the mat. Make sure your spine is straight, so you might have to make some adjustments to make sure the spine is long, make sure the spine is straight. The next breath allows us to straighten our legs and relax your arms. Whatever position is more relaxing for your arms, position your palms so that your arms are very relaxed, and then you'll close your eyes. We are now prepared for our final yoga posture. It's called our Shavasana. We have eyes closed. This is the time that we have dedicated to take best care of our bodies. We connect with our heart rhythm. We connect with flow of breath. We connect with the peace that we have within ourselves. Allow your low jaw to be relaxed, your facial muscles are softened and relaxed. And take your air in through the nose. Notice how your chest is rising. Allow the lungs to fully expand. When you're ready to exhale, release slowly. Receive softness, receive focus, receive calm. As we continue to allow our breath to create this calming, gentle wave to flow over the body, we guide our awareness to the rise and fall of the chest and our heart rhythm. Our next breath allows us to begin to wiggle our toes back and forth. Begin to bend the toes and straighten the toes. Allow the feet to move from side to side. Circle the feet. Breathe deep. From here, we'll begin to squeeze and release the calf muscles. Allow your kneecaps to squeeze and release. Guide movement to the thigh muscles with gentle squeezes and releases. Allow your glute muscles to squeeze and release. Notice the fingers as the fingers wiggle from side to side, back and forth, bending and straightening, allowing the hands to circle so we can activate the wrist. The next breath allows the shoulders to rise up. Lift your shoulders up towards the sky. And on the exhale breath, guide the shoulder blades back onto the mat. Arms relax at our side. Now we'll focus on facial muscles. Let's take a big yawn breath. So make a big O with your mouth. Let your chin flow towards your collarbone. With the mouth open, as we exhale, move your low jaw from left to right, guiding the lips a little closer together. Move your lips around your teeth and begin to wiggle your nose. Bring movement to the cheeks. Lift the eyebrows, lower, and blink the eyes open. The next breath guides the knees to flow to bending. Breathe. As the knees flow to bending, we'll place the soles of the feet on the mat. Once the soles of the feet are on the mat, we'll take a full breath. And as we exhale, we're going to turn our body towards the front of the room. Turn your body to its left side. Bend your left elbow. And we're going to guide our body to a fetal position on our left side. Knees bending, using the arm closest to the mat as a pillow for our head. From here, we'll take a deep breath. On the exhale, let's place our hands in front of the chest. Move slowly, don't rush. Take another deep breath and very slowly press the body upright, pressing the hands into the mat, rising up at your own pace, not feeling rushed. We'll guide ourselves to any comfortable seated position. Sit in a way that's comfortable for your body and lift your heart up. Perceive length in your spine, gaze downward, and notice how you're feeling at this moment in time. Let's take a full breath, blink the eyes open, extend arms out. Allow the arms to flow all the way overhead. We'll rotate the arms in, fingertips touch, breathe. Release the elbows to bend. Keep lifting the heart as the elbows are bending. Together we'll meet up at heart center. So we can take a deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to release and fold forward. Let's remember, life is a gift to be enjoyed. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. On the inhale, we'll rise up slowly. Thank you. Thank you. For those just joining, my name is Candace. I'm with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. So please, if this class was helpful, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and share with others. I look forward to seeing you on your mat. Have a beautiful day. Bye.